Welcome to another episode of Grasslands duck hunting. Today I'm out on a refuge. I had a reservation when it's Sunday, the 14th I think today, the 13th now. And anyway, I'm coming out here on Wednesday with a new hunter. A friend of mine that I grew up with is moving back to the area and got his hunting license, so I'm pretty excited to take him out here. So I decided to use this Sunday reservation to come out and see if I can't put us on some birds on Wednesday. So I hear lots of birds, lots of stuff flying around, more than I've seen all season. So here we go, hope we get some. Thank you for joining me on this episode. So I hadn't been out to this refuge in at least a year, and I was hoping to try and figure it out a little bit better before I brought my buddy out here on his very first hunt, so that he'd have an easier time, and to make sure that with his really good entry number into this refuge that we'd be able to get a prime blind right in the main part of the flyway. But where I picked, that had previously been a pretty good spot for me, turned out to be just a little off the flyway, and it was just looking like a really narrow flyway on this day. So I moved over a little bit to try and get some more cover and also be closer to where the birds were actually flying. See how it turned out, and stay tuned for a nice surprise. So now I was in the right spot, but my decoys weren't. They were left where I'd originally set up in the morning, and it had the birds flying on the opposite side of me from the decoys, so I wanted to move them over.
Alright, well, it seems to happen quite a bit. The battery died on the GoPro, and I sat there for a minute thinking, oh, so slow, do I even care about getting the battery? Maybe I should just sit here and enjoy and just work on getting birds, not worry about video, because I'd moved quite a ways from my stuff. Sawyer was sitting out here real good on his own. So Sawyer's sitting here on his island, or I mean his stand, and I was way out at that far tule patch there. Actually, I guess just to the right of that mallard. And wounded a widgeon. Thought it was a drake, I guess it was the hen. And she sailed behind me into the next little pond. And me and Sawyer went over, and we found her. Sawyer went for a nice long swim, and I called him back, and where I happened to call him back to happened to be right where that widgeon was. And you can see it there in the bag. I'll get pictures of it later. Sawyer, dead bird! Right here, buddy. Good boy, drop. Drop. Good boy. Good boy. Drop, leave it. Leave it. I am in shock at what just happened. Oh, sorry, buddy, sorry. Alright guys, let me show you what I just got. My first ever goose. It's got to be a lesser candidate for young of the year. But oh my god guys, I cannot believe it.
Well, while I wasn't all that successful in hitting my target here on most of my shots, I did successfully scout and figure out exactly where the birds were flying for the upcoming trip with my friend. And even more exciting than that is I got my very first goose. So thanks for watching. I've been thinking about the fact that there's now a decent amount of you subscribed and watching these videos, and I wanted to use that soapbox for good. So I want to urge all of you, if you're not already part of a conservation organization, to get a membership at Ducks Unlimited, California Waterfowl if you're in California, or your local waterfowl organization, and just contribute back, because that's what previous generations did, and it's why we've got the ducks back. And it's why we get to do what we're doing today. So thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and stay tuned to watch that hunt with my first timer friend.